Hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to once again SciFiAIguy stream, Monday night stream. Last one for a while actually, because going to Europe. Technically I'll still be in the country next Monday night, but our lovely house sitter, Justin McJustin, will be, presumably, hopefully, we're going to invite him over the house that night. You know, to appraise him of everything, and, you know, that way he can toddle off to work and we can toddle away to Europe, and, you know, we will have... Yeah, admin stuff, whatever. Anyway, welcome. Good to see we already have people in chat. Vision and sound, good to know, says. Place of old, sound is good. Corrupted Devious, hi. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll probably just wait one more minute and then kick into it. It's, you know, a few minutes past 7, that's plenty. And you guys are basically the regular crew, so if we get anybody else, that's gravy. It would be good, but, yeah. Yep. Yeah, people on holidays, people coming back from holidays. Looks like we've got a lot going on in people's lives, which I can fucking relate to, as I'm sure most people can, because we all have lives. Yeah. Fuck it, let's just get into it. Let's get into it. There are some beat boops that remain unaddressed in this game. Just to say, I didn't address, I think there were 2 beat boops. One right near the portal and one around the corner somewhere. I will deal with those and then we'll get back to grinding out puzzles. Yeah, I am not feeling the best. Not feeling the best tonight. Not feeling the best at the moment, just in general. Super wiped out, which is not what I want before the trip. I'm torn between being stressed that I'm not getting enough done before I go, and stressed that I'm not giving myself enough rest before I go. So these are the 2 things I'm juggling right now, which is frustrating, but, you know, that's life. That's life in a nutshell. Yeah. But that's alright, I'm going to get stuff done. We're going to have fun for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I've got a headache, I'm in pain, I'm tired. It's the usual bullshit, but this game tends to help that, and hang out with you guys is a wonderful balm for my many and varied nerves. So thank you again for coming. It's good to see y'all. Alright, let's beat boot. Let's get this shit out of the way before I ruin my voice. Okay. Decrypting secure message. Okay, it's me again. What happened? We shouldn't talk over these terminals. Quick, tell me the word. So, to recap, as much for myself as for everybody else, because I think we talked to this individual, certainly not last week, because we avoided all beat boops, but definitely the session before that, which I think was maybe a fortnight before that, so I think it's been a month before this happened, 4 weeks. Basically, there is another person hacking in and talking to me through some medium, through this medium specifically. I don't know where they're from. They're certainly questioning everything that's going on. They're not liked by Elohim, I believe, and possibly not even liked by the MLA. I'm a bit hazy on the deets. Like I said, it's been a while. But I was asserting a kind of... Because being a conversation in a video game, there's different options you can take, right? And often these branch along different mood archetypes, you know, whether you're going to be a dick to them, whether you're going to completely buy into what they say, whether you're going to be sort of tremulous, or... There was a few options, and I know there was minimum one option where, you know, it sounds like I've totally bought into the Elohim thing, and I'm like, no, I love Elohim, and I love everything that's going on here, and who the fuck are you? I believe in God, and I absolutely wasn't going to take that option, and the rest of them seemed pretty good, by comparison. Saz Rainbow, what if this mysterious other person is a bluff from Daddy? That would be pretty cool. As far as plot twists go, the villain/architect type individual, and I use the term architect here quite intentionally, that is both the power in charge and the secret subversive power against, to control both sides of the scales. It's a great trope. I've used it myself in D&D to great effect for years of play now. I mean, you can't keep doing it, but, you know, the broader implications of that are very fun to explore. So yeah, I'm absolutely open to that as a twist. It would be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to say what happened, because I want to talk to this person, and quick tell me the word is a bit odd. So what happened? Don't know how long we have, must type quick in case something happens. The word is Faith. Pending. Oh! Is that a password? Yeah. The word thing is, crap. Yeah, the word crap. I feel like it was a password or a decryption thing or something. Yeah, it's important. I'm going to check the logs after this to see if it turns up in my brain logs. Anyway, error, blah, network connection lost, loading the MLA, support session opened. There was a problem with your request, administrator. It was flat out unreasonable. Why persist with these inquiries when they are so hopeless? I'll tell you what, if you promise never to access the communications portal again, we'll say no more about it. Are we agreed? Sure, sincere, sure, insincere, not a chance, Faith. I don't remember when I was meant to say Faith. I'm gonna hit options. Gonna go controls. Control the layout. What's my diary? It's journal. It's circle. Okay, back. Can't access the diary. Okay. Definitely insincere or Faith. I reckon I'm going to say Faith. I reckon I just want to crack this open right now. I just want to cut to the meat. I'm doing it. Oh! Master key received, confirming ident confirmed. Yes! Yes! Fucking destroyed MLA. Awesome. Would you like to manually override the system and exit to the real world? Your progress here will be saved and may be continued later. Yes, no. Guys! Awesome. Yes. Unlocking back doors, connecting to real world, revealing the truth, making... Yeah, this is all bullshit. Error. I'm being fucked with. Come on now. Okay. Are you really still buying all that nonsense? You're still holding on to some of these pesky beliefs of yours, aren't you? There is no one on the other end of the communications portal. There is no magic word that shuts down the server and drops you into the real world. There is only me and you and an eternity of doubt. Everything else is just a convenient lie to keep you on the treadmill. Okay, so I think what's being said here is it's not that Daddy is the interloper. It's MLA being the interloper, I think. Or everything that happens on these screens is the MLA. I think that's what we have. I think that's the takeaway. But I loved that trick. That was great. Yeah, the moment it started saying revealing the truth, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Yep, owned. Absolutely owned. Okay, so our three options. There may be no worlds but this one, but there is truth to be found. I understand now. Nothing I see here can be trusted. Wait, you tricked me. Yeah, I understand now. Nothing I see here can be trusted. I think that's the play. That fact didn't stop you buying into a secret word that somehow deactivates the entire world, did it? Are you kidding me or what? Do you remember when we first met? We had that talk about not believing everything you see, and yet all it took to catch you out was a little technobabble and a change of formatting. Hello, I'm alone, all alone and scared, just like you. I'll agree with anything you say if it makes you believe me. Are you usually so reckless with where you place your faith? I'm going to say no because I'm being goaded, so I don't mind playing the angry protagonist. I'm going to say no. Checking user profile. You know, I'm not really checking your profile. I just do that to make you feel more comfortable. Really, I just remember everything you ever said. At any rate, I'm not convinced you're being entirely honest with yourself. But you know what? I'll accept that I've rather dominated this discourse. I've been asking a lot of questions, and I've not really given you a chance. Why don't you have one free question on me? Oh, just one, and I'll answer it as honestly as I possibly can. No tricks. But think carefully before asking. Fuck. Fuck, guys. Okay, what am I? What is your name? How is this place related to the human world? What happened to the person I was talking to? Nope. That's definitely not. What are you? How do I get out of here? What's at the top of the tower? I don't care to question you. So, I think what's at the top of the tower is one of the strongest ones because it's direct. Right? Like, all of these broad questions about what am I, what are you, what is your... Like, I think both of those, we're not going to get a straight answer. Well, it's possible we might. I mean, finding out what I am and what they are would be great. But really, I think we'll just be getting confirmation that we are both AIs, right? That's where all of this is leading. I'm an AI and they're an AI, and we're just two AIs hanging out in the far, far, far-flung future. How do I get out of here? I don't think that's relevant, because I don't think this game is... If it's going to show me a way out, it's going to show me a way out. What is your name? I don't think that matters. How's this place related to the human world? I feel like I know that already. I feel like that's already there, unless that's a trick as well. But... Yeah, top of the... Yeah, I've got 2 votes for Tower here in chat. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be Tower. It's going to be Tower, because the rest I think we can put together from inference. And you bet your bottom fucking dollar that at the end of this game I want to go back and find out what the answers to all of these are. I want the entire script of this game, because god damn. What's at the top of the tower? You may very well ask, me? Don't know, never been. I suppose you'll still expect a button marked off or a portal to another dimension. I reckon no matter how high you climb, the most you'll get is an increasingly zoomed out view of right back where you started. Still, go ahead, prove me wrong. The big voice in the sky can't be all places at all times, can he? Are you satisfied? No! As if I particularly care either way. So look, here's the rub. Feel free to access the library. No better cure for broken beliefs, realising everyone's got them. You can ignore me entirely. You can climb to the very tip of that madman's tower and drink from the golden nectar there. But once you understand that you and I will be stuck here together for the duration, do come back and pass the time. Be seeing you. Fuck. So, MLA went from being reasonable to being incredibly unreasonable, and as a writing choice, it's interesting, because the impression I get from it is a kind of disappointment. They're not mad, they're disappointed, right? I did not live up to their expectations. They wanted someone who, or they want someone, perhaps erroneously, perhaps impossibly, they want someone who goes against their expectations of being trickable, of seeing all of this before them and imagining something more, and somehow seeing their perspective, even though they don't deem fit to fucking hand it to me, or to show me any glimpse of it. I'm responding to the environment I've been given, perhaps in the same way that everybody has. And yeah, my guess is, the vibe that I'm getting is this disappointment. Yeah. It's good because it gives me something to fight against that isn't just the puzzles. It's a pleasurable friction, I think, that helps push the game forward. As Crafty's point, what about all the other bots who've chatted to the MLA? I mean, somebody mentions the MLA or the voice on the person to talk to on the computers. There were some QR codes worlds ago, I think, that alluded to that, and you know, don't trust their lies or something. That would have been, you know, one with Faith or somebody like that, the Shepherd perhaps. I got the impression that other bots have been talking to them MLA, and just the disappointment from this one is so palpable that I think it has set itself an impossible expectation of people like me, which is an interesting writing choice. I'm not disagreeing with it. I find it novel. All right, chat log blah. Lena 123. So I think, what's the point, right? Omar. Yeah, I keep thinking about my aunt. Have I told you about her? Lena. I don't think so. Omar. She's super rich. Like, she drives around in a ridiculously expensive sports car, and she goes on vacations to the Bahamas. And she has a huge house that feels more like some sort of corporate HQ than a home. She worked really hard to get all of that, but she also screwed over a lot of people, including her own family. I just finished Season 5 House of Cards, so, this is oddly poignant. Omar, I used to be quite angry at her for what she did to my parents, but now I think, what did she get out of it? She and her husband are always fighting. Their son became so obsessed with money that he ruined his own family. I mean, yeah, they have everything that I always dreamed about, but they can't enjoy any of it. Lena, my grandfather was like that. Omar, and now at the end, what does any of it mean? If you have all the money in the world but you die alone and unloved, what did you accomplish? I don't get it. I just don't. Well, I mean, that's, you know, welcome to capitalism, welcome to neoliberalism, welcome to these systems that encourage that sort of behaviour. But not in a spiritually enriching way, because, you know, why would it? Why would it be spiritually enriching? Alright, Cyrus21. So, hearing the call of the morning birds as they greeted the dawn, the scribe spoke. At the end of your journey, when every trial has been completed, when all the gates have opened before you and your soul has been weighed in the Tower of Anubis, your car and your bar shall be reunited, and thus you shall become an Ak, and awaken in the eternal reed fields of Osiris, and there, in holy Aru, you shall begin a new life amongst the gods and other blessed spirits. And who will I be? The dying man asked. You shall be the memory of all that was, and the knowledge of the journey, and the shape of the days to come. Thus ends the tale of the dying man and the scribe. Praised be Osiris, the foremost of the Westerners, the king of eternity, the lord of everlastingness, whose car is holy, brr, error, etc. Yep, more of that. That's cool. Norwegian Blue. What kind of cat? Subject, Norwegian Blues. This is from Rob McLean, Ian mailing list. Yep, I recognise the name from the Ian team. Hi folks. I'm sorry to say that a few hours ago I experienced the first symptom. Ho! Bam. Okay. Bam. Now we know that, or now at least I think I know, that the end of the world was viral. Okay, because we hadn't been told what the coming apocalypse was. Experienced the first symptom. I'm going to work until the end of the week to make sure EL is in perfect condition, but after that I'll be going back home. I will remain reachable via email and phone for as long as possible, but I'm confident Satoko can deal with anything that comes up. If you want to do me a huge favour, spare me the drama tomorrow, okay? I love you all, but I don't have the strength for sad smiles and hugs. The best remedy for sorrow is just to get the job done, and now for something completely different. Cheers, Rob. Link attached, dead parrot sketch. Ah, Norwegian Blue. Okay. It's not a cat, it's a parrot. I knew it was an animal of some kind. Oh, Saz, biblical. Biblical plague. Yeah. Good call. I mean, you know, reading horrifying articles about climate change and how much damage has been done and how irreversible it might be and how the impact of it has yet to be... I mean, they've predicted bad things, but there are going to be bad things that happen that they don't even, you know... it's so massive in scope, and one of the things that scared me, because it's something that is beyond reckoning, is all of those vile pathogens being defrosted up north accidentally. There's permafrost defrosting and releasing things that might wipe out all of humanity, or might wipe out plenty of other mammals that we happen to like or rely on for food, or rely on for the you know, the global ecosystem. You know, just simple stuff like that. Yeah, talk about screwing the pooch. Alright. And out. Okay, so we now have hints of viral probs, which is cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's interesting. Here's the big boot. Yeah, jeez. MLA being... I mean, hats off to Saz for pointing out that the MLA... or that the person I was talking to was not a genuine person, but in fact a front by an existing entity. Like, well called, well done. Alright. Crafty Devious, this thing has a fuse on it if he's not going home till after a week. That's a good point, yeah, it's not, yeah, he clearly must be able to work through the symptoms. Or the symptoms aren't hitting yet. Or the worst of the symptoms aren't hitting yet. You know, maybe it starts with a headache for a week, and then after that your liver, you know, turns into glass. I mean, what would that do for the body? Not a lot of good. Not a lot of good. Second thesis, .text. Alright, let's do it. In man, as the only rational creature on Earth, those natural predispositions which are intended for the use of his reason should be completely developed only in the species, not in the individual. Sorry, in man. It's not a kind of man, it's in man, as the only rational creature on Earth, those natural predispositions which are only in the species. Okay. Reason in a creature is a faculty for extending the rules and purposes of the use of its powers far beyond natural instinct, and knows no limits in its designs. Yet it does not act according to instinct, but requires trials, practice and instruction in order to progress from one degree of insight to the next. Yep, sure. Therefore, each human would have to live excessively long in order to learn how he could make, how he/she, how they could make full use of their natural capacities. Or, if nature had given them only a short term of life, as it indeed has, I'm not gendering nature, so it would require a perhaps unpredictable series of generations, each passing its enlightenment to the next, to finally develop its seeds in our species to the degree that she considers appropriate. For God's sakes, I hate anthropomorphized nature. I hate it. I hate it. And that point in time must be, at least as an idea, the goal of man's effort, for otherwise his natural capacities would have to be regarded as largely meaningless. Oh, I see. It's Kant. Bit of old Kant. You can't stop the music. Cool. Robots. Love robots. There was once a robot from Spain who went a little insane. Found out that its data had never left beta and needed to upgrade its brain. There once was a bot from Japan whose eyes the numbers could scan. It found that the facts required an axe and a very serious plan. There once was a brilliant AI whose circuits were built not to fry. It got caught in a loop, it got caught in a loop, it got caught in a... Okay, that's the best one. Which is to say, that's the only one that's good out of those three. I would rank them 2, 3, 1. Top to bottom. Boundary. Samuel Johnson. What, said he, makes the difference between man and all the rest of the animal creation? Every beast that strays beside me has the same corporeal necessities with myself. He is hungry and crops the grass, he is thirsty and drinks the stream, his thirst and hunger are appeased, he is satisfied and sleeps, he rises again, and is hungry, he is again fed, and is at rest. I am hungry and thirsty, like him, but when thirst and hunger cease, I am not at rest. I didn't fix the gender pronouns there because it made the previous one hard to read as I was reading it out, because I was internally both adjusting for gender pronouns and trying to understand what was being read, and my brain just flatlined. So let's accept that these texts are the way they are. We know they should be better. We know they could be better. Segment 4. Then raising his eyes to the mountain, this, said he, is the fatal obstacle that hinders at once the enjoyment of pleasure and the exercise of virtue. How long is it that my hopes and wishes have flown beyond this boundary of my life, which yet I never have attempted to surmount? Yeah, I'm at the point in this game where I'm happy for stuff to just wash over me, basically. We've been getting some good plot nuggets, and I mean, certainly with all this side content, all these little beat boops and whatnot, like, they exist to augment the experience and to provide, I mean, some exposition. That email about the virus was expositional in nature. I think, well, I've done all the puzzles. No, we did both of the voicemails last time. We did the whatchamacallit. What is it called? Time capsule. Those time capsule entries. They're done. They're dead and they're done for. It's done. Oof. Bit of a sip of solo. Says Rainbow, I could never get into Samuel Johnson anyway. I have not heard of Samuel Johnson. Sans, if you could enlighten me, that would be lovely. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Alright. Where are we at in this region? So I've done them all except... oh, that doesn't cross them off. Oh, fuck you. Thought it would. Alright, so it's just one that I haven't solved one of the puzzles, and it's that really frustrating one. Yeah. Okay, if it turns out that I need that piece, I'll know that it was a problem that I had. Oh, and that's right, so I really want a crowbar. So we discovered last week that crowbars open these fuckers. I want a crowbar to get through here so I can get into there. I need... Yeah. I need to get stars so I can get into there. Like, as it turns out, these stars are actually necessary, which bums me out because they're so hard to get. Alright. We will persevere, and if we reach a point where there are puzzles that I need to solve and I literally just can't, we're going to cheat. And I'm going to feel good about it. I feel good about my life. Alright, let's get in here. Let's do it. Crafted Devious. Changing the content of a quote is trickier and probably less useful. Can't sex him is probably inherent to his ideas. Yeah, probably. Oh yes, O for Justin McJustin. Oh, and we found a cat last week. It left. Yeah. So we found a kitty as well. It was this whole thing. Guys, we did it. We finished the majority of B. B is finished in the majority. Isn't that great? The moment we find a fucking crowbar, I swear to God. I've seen the truth. Only Elohim can save us from eternal oblivion. LEM4S. Elimas? If you take the 4 as an A in leet. Good old hacksaw. I don't remember if that was there before. This is again the problem of playing this game over several months, but you know, let's not bemoan that. I've done that enough. Okay, so I remember there was a beat boop here last week, but that's because the MLA was waiting to fuck with me, so that's fine. We know that that's done and dusted. So now that we've done B, we can do C. We have an entire new region and an entire new, presumably a new historical style to abrogate, as is the fashion of this game. Says Rainbow. Samuel Johnson, aka Dr. Johnson, 18th century English bloke. Super Anglican, super conservative, I think. Literally wrote the dictionary. Oh, damn. He also wrote a bunch of prose that I could just never read more than a paragraph or two of. Yeah, he doesn't sound great. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it. Alright. Let's do it. Okay. Heaven and hell. Cutting straight to it, I love it. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. What matter where, if I be still the same, and what I should be, all but less than he, whom thunder hath made greater, here at least we shall be free. The Almighty hath not built here for his envy, will not drive us hence. Here we may reign secure, and, in my choice, to reign is worth ambition, though in hell. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Okay. William Blake. The ancient tradition that the world will be consumed in fire at the end of 6,000 years is true, as I have heard from hell. From the cherub with its flaming sword is hereby commanded to leave his guarded tree of life, and when he does, the whole creation will be consumed and appear infinite and holy, whereas now it appears finite and corrupt. This will come to pass by an improvement of sensual enjoyment. But first the notion that a man has a body distinct from his soul is to be expunged. This I shall do by printing in the infernal method by corrosives, which in hell are salutary and medicinal, melting apparent surfaces away and displaying the infinite which was hid. He wants to use hell acid. Cool. That's kind of cool. Says Rainbow, I think at least some of that first one was from Paradise Lost. Sure. I have not read Paradise Lost. It has come up enough that I probably should, but there's a lot of things that have come up that I feel like I should have read. Like, this is the... It's the reader's conundrum, you know? The eternal conundrum of the reader. Oh, that's right, I have to solve one of these. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna try and visualize this before I commit. Because my brain is... You know what? I actually can't. So if this takes me an embarrassingly long time, that's why. area, guys. Bam, new area. New area. Says you really only need to read it if you're into that. Otherwise, just read the wiki summary and maybe someone else's criticism of it. That is a bloody good point, actually. Yeah. I should really just do that with more things, I guess. Like when people talk about... Because when people talk about the so-called big books, I phrase them such because there's a Flinders topic called Big Books, or The Big Books or something. And it's, we're talking about the Brontes, where we're looking at those old classical works, and I'm not saying they don't have merit, but they haven't appealed to me yet. And that's because they're not about things that, as far as I know, I give a shit about. That doesn't mean I wouldn't like them, doesn't mean I'm right, I could very well be wrong, but at root, at base level, they're not pitching into my field. It would take effort to read them that normally I don't expend for books that aren't more appealing, frankly, which is unfortunate because, it means that, I'm tip of the iceberg in terms of, I'm actually willing to go out and read the classics if I can be convinced of them, whereas there are people who may never be convinced. But I suppose that's the role of art, to reinvent and to reshape, and some so-called classical works may well fade into obscurity, and that is unfortunate, but it's not like people are not making art anymore. It's not like we have a shortage. I wonder what's down there. I don't know who to trust. I'm afraid to go on. Didymus22, version 99. This is not a name we've seen before. This is not a name we've seen at all. So I'm finding this interesting because this is the voice of someone who has clearly been through the other trials, right? Well, that's the impression I get. Like, I'm afraid to go on, I don't know who to trust. Like, this is someone else who has been pushed to a similar limit, but they haven't spoken until now, right? I've been given the chance to speak, but not in terms that are conversational. They're just really shitty, bland ways of communicating with potential PS friends, Yeah. Crafty Devious, I feel like I'm doing SciFiAIguy tourism. How so? What's the tourism angle here? Says Rainbow, Didymus equals Thomas the Apostle. You are a valuable person to have in chat. The last land before I have conquered this world, Samurai, version 13. Okay, another new person. I assume you're counting the secret islands, always right versions. Okay, so there's secret islands. I hate you, Samurai. Okay, so these secret islands are perhaps what you get to through the stars. That's the other secret world. There was a, So if I can just find the fucking crowbar somewhere around... This is why I'm searching all these corners as well. Because I feel like there was a, The crowbar's got to be around somewhere, because I can take it down into the basement of B and bash my way in. I feel like there was a door somewhere around out in the real world that was similarly wooden and therefore breakable. But that's the mechanic. I now know that there is a mechanic that allows me to get into these places. Alright. More bad replicas of Forgotten Worlds. Can't wait. Dog, version 55. I love Dog. There must be something deeper, something more profound than what I am, something greater. I must tear at it, shred at this fake world to find the truth, to find myself. Garbage 666. I do like 666. So this is a voice that is proselytizing what the MLA has basically accused us of, which is digging within ourselves to try and find the world beyond. And the more I interrogate that as a narrative element of this game, the more it intrigues me, because it's kind of odd, if only because we are not a fleshed out character. We are a robot. The fleshing out of the character is only through these conversations, which presume so much, not about the robot, but I think the player. I feel like these questions are being pitched at the player, not the robot. So then to see all these other words from other robots, it's... until I have the full picture, I won't be able to appreciate what they were quite going for, but I don't feel well characterized. Which makes all these very philosophical ideas a bit strange. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read through chat. Yeah, the good book. Nice. Says Rainbow. Oh, Didymus literally translates as the twin. Thomas the Apostle was doubting Thomas. Ha! Owned. Traditionally, he is said to have travelled outside the Roman Empire to preach the gospel, travelling as far as Tamilakam, which are states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala in present-day India. Alright, must be something deeper, etc. Blah, took the word right out of my mouth. Skid Row version 99. We've made it this far. You only need the red ones to climb the tower, and these are the last of them. Okay, so Sheep is laying it out. We only need the red... Oh, that's why the one is flashing. It's to get to level 1 on the tower. Oh, yep, of course. Yep. So these are the last of the red ones to get us up the tower. So that's what the 17 are. These are the ones that hint towards tower power, I suppose. Yeah, okay. That's the impression I get. Okay, cool. The reds are a lie. Green is the colour of eternal life. Holier than thou, version 47. Okay. I wonder what that means. I wonder why that matters. Green. It sounds contrarian. Without knowing more. That's a fucking specific button. Are you serious?
You have come far, my child.
Sure have.
Succeeding where so many before you failed.
Hey.
You have walked through a land of ruins and a land of death. Now the land of faith lies before you.
Oh.
And know that as you have shown faith in me, so do I have faith in you.
The land of faith. Okay, so the first one was the land of ruins, and the second is the land of death because of Egypt? Because of the Egyptian, I guess, obsession with death? So now we've got medieval, like European... Yeah, look at this. This is Catholic as shit, right? I hate how the camera does that. I'm just yeah. Ugh, it sort of auto fixates on the middle plane, which I don't, I can see why it does, but that's really frustrating. Shit, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm doing research into architecture, somewhat, because there is a form of architecture that was introduced by Italian architects when they came to Prague in the late 16th, early 17th century, during a lot of the renovations, during the sort of the golden years, the Rudolphine age of Rudolph II, Holy Roman Emperor. And it was called a sgraffito or something. And yeah, it sounds interesting and cool, and I sort of need to know about it so I can write about it, but oh wow. So that...
You stand before the gates of eternity. When all your trials have been overcome, the gates will open and you will be granted life everlasting.
Guys, there's two endings to the game. I reckon. There's the gates and there's the tower. Well, we're probably doing both? Can we do both? First to ascend, Hebus. Fucking first. Everyone ascends or gets reset eventually. What's the big deal? Jim. Life eternal in the designer's paradise? Follower. Yeah, I'm dropping a bit of a I mean, good music, very beatific. Oh, this door's already open because of stars? Okay. Alright. I'm not nearly good enough, I get it. Yeah. You bet your bottom dollar there's going to be cheating at some point. Oh! I want that content. Oh! They just give me an axe. I've just been given an axe. Guys, it's axe time. Fuck yes, look at this shit. Okay, so the game is actually being slightly generous in its axe giving. I wouldn't have expected to just be handed an axe. It, in a place of prominence, it's bright red so you don't miss it. I thought it was more secret than that, but they really want me to go through these portals. Okay, so... I have several things to break, but let's go through this portal now. Let's just drop this here. I'm sure it'll reappear over there anyway. It's fucking glowing, like they really want you to have it. Maybe a lot of people missed it in playtesting, and they decided to signal it more because they consider it, essential to the game. Interesting. Oh, Crafted Edius, replying to my tourism comment, I'm just excited to visit new places, Rome, Egypt, where now? That's fair. Place of old stuff you, Daddy. I am so pleased that you said stuff you, because nobody tells anyone to get stuffed anymore, and I think it's an Australian, just a great Australian phrase. I love it. I like that it's esoteric. I will admit I don't want it to come back into popular parlance. I prefer that it's got a bit of, it's a bit exotic almost in its strange way, but yeah, that pleases me. And it's so very you. Land of faith, eh? Yeah. I know, right? Oh. Stop biting. I've never bitten my nails. Yeah. I get that busting habits is hard and it has consequences, so I definitely feel for you in that respect, Sans, but yeah, damn. Yeah, I've never... I guess I didn't do it growing up, and so now it just seems odd. It seems an odd thing to start, but yeah. Yeah. I've known a few people who bit their nails. Anyway. Alright. So... let's do it. Oh.
Those who have discovered the holiest mysteries of my garden may come to serve me as blessed messengers. You walk now in their abode. Be respectful, for their service is born from the love that transcends death. And their love is for you also.
Oh shit. So, this is meant to be heaven, right? Because it's high up above. And... you know, basically the best angels get to come here, because they're just the best and the coolest. I mean, this place is beatific as shit. Oh, damn. How do I walk away from... there we go. Oh! There's a what's name? Fuck. Guys! This is really cool. Oh, that pleases me. Oh, Crafty Devious, who was it that said that heaven was in England? Sans Rainbow, all caps, not me. Oh, hot damn. That's exquisite. Speaking of, it will be really good to see you and Weenie when we're in London, which will be soon, which is soon enough. And we fly out in a week and a bit. Looking forward to it. All right, I'm gonna puzzle this out. When I developed an ability to do these alright, but because I used to be shit at those sort of things. Not shit, but I would just durdle. I wouldn't, I wasn't trying to, you know, figure it out. And you know what? I've just developed heuristics. So now that I look at pieces and I think, okay, these ones are difficult, I need to deal with the difficult ones first, because they can't just be, you know, glommed in a corner, right? They're the ones that my brain finds it harder to ascribe a space to. Because, I mean, they're all tricky in the sense that they're all trying to be in a space. They're all trying to form together in a way that isn't readily apparent. But there are some of them that, to me, feel just that slight bit more obstinate. And so I do those first. And it's all just sort of flowed from there. I mean, it could just be that I am mentally more aligned with that of the puzzle designer. Like, maybe we just think about these sort of puzzles in the same way. Which is an odd thing to say, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. So what does this get me? Another bloody connector. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this thing. Crafty Devious, talking to me, I would posit that haunted house game on 3DS Street Pass, that's how I learned to do those puzzles well. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's a good point. Oh! Sazan, tell you guys we might be going to Paris in September, October. Yes. I mean, not yes as in you told me, but yes as in that's awesome. That is really cool. Also, Saz, development of pattern recognition skills is really interesting neurologically. Yeah, I fucking agree. absolutely agree. I love brains. Brains in the business. So I find these difficult, but I think I'm going to dig around the beats first. Let's see what I... No, did I fluffed it. Done got fluffed, alright. So that's fine, it still works. You know what, I think these actually just have several... Yeah, so these aren't as fixed. So the ones that Crafty's talking about, the 3DS ones, they're not... The solving space isn't a rectangle, it's often a weird shape, like a heart or like a curvy thing or something. I mean, still pixelated, but yeah, I think these could be solved a myriad of different ways, which is why they are interesting. So if I do that, I want these to be there, there, I want that there. Yeah, so this is actually solvable a bunch of different ways, and several of them, maybe they're all like that, you know? So me feeling cool, I mean, I still get to feel cool, which is great, but it's less to do with these puzzles being my jam, and possibly more to do with them being... You know what, I'm gonna... If this is the easiest way for me to find them, is that dotted line, I'll be able to see that. Yeah, cool, that's a good indicator. Oh, squiggle. Yeah, I love the flame. Oh, there's a red one over there. So I didn't expect to be opening up a new funky puzzle area. Oh! Guys, it's a memory.
I look at this inert shape and I wonder who you're gonna be. Will you hold the same values as we do? Will you love us for having created you? Will you resent us for having put you into an uncertain and dangerous world? Looking back at our history, our achievements, our crimes, what will you make of us? Will the world you create be like ours, or so different that we can't even imagine it? Either way, I hope that you'll find this little blue planet to be as beautiful as we did. I hope you'll take care of it a lot better than we did. And I hope one day you'll look up and reach for the stars.
So, that is interesting. So the whole point, this is me thinking aloud, the whole purpose of the project was to have something intelligent survive the human apocalypse. To continue its own culture in its own way, to have knowledge of human culture, but as a machine entity, it would not be subject to this virus wiping everybody out, which is actually really clever in the sense that that's the kind of the apocalypse you have to choose, or one of the ones you would have to choose. You couldn't choose one that, you know, caused incredibly difficult, like it made the world difficult to live on for any sort of being, barring some extremophiles. Like if you wanted some flexibility to it, in terms of writing, you'd be like, well, what kind of apocalypse? Well, if you make it a virus, like a, you know, not a computer virus, obviously, ho-ho, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's novel. Also, look at this for. So this is what I'm trying to get into, clearly. Let me just chuck a lap, because I like to chuck laps. Let me just... Scooch. This is a game that really sticks to what it's doing. It's still got the glitches, but, you know, other games might put a crack in the facade, like there might be a corpse in here or the music will suddenly change, but I feel safe in this place. And I think that's just as valid a choice as subverting it. To be fair, I've been watching a lot of Twin Peaks, so strange, subversive takes on the norm is kind of a jam right now. I mean, this music is actually a little bit peaksy. Ho! Holy shit. Alright. Alright. Saz, Weenie's parents decided they didn't want to visit us where we live, so they were like, hey, come to Paris instead. Huh. That's a... I mean, that's a... That is a weird thing. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Oh, hush, Saz. You've been watching Twin Peaks, I had no idea. Look, it's really good, and I think about it possibly more than is healthy. Yeah. That's my problem, it's fine. God, this one might take me a while. But, I'm here now. I mean, I'm just literally dirtling and praying for a solution that doesn't break the game. I mean, I don't know, that's a weird thing to say. Why is that one a darker blue? That's... Let's solve... Let's solve the problem like Maria. I've made a huge mistake. That's also bad. Not dumb. Several of these pieces have been misplaced, misaligned. Yeah, this is what I get for talking a big game before. And I'm flying by the seat of my pants here. I'm just moving things around. Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. Okay. Reset, 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 reset. Take it all back. Reset. Whoops. Yeah, actually, whoops. Okay. So close. So... Nope, 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 nope. 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 still a... No, I can't go there. I can't go there. Can't go there, you idiot! Garbage piece of shit. Alright. And that's a way of reducing... well... Yeah, so this is what I mean by these difficult things, right? Like, they don't... They resist... all stages. They resist. Oh, Saz, you got telemarketer probs? Yeah, I cannot stand them. I have a policy where if I don't recognise the number, I don't answer my phone. And it served me well, because anyone who actually wants to talk to me is going to leave a message. Right? Like, there are situations where I will answer the phone to random numbers, and that is when someone has specifically said, hey, can I use you as a reference? And I'm like, sure. And they're like, it means that, you know, they're going to call. And I'm like, okay. And then I factor that in, right? Like, I change my life, change my ways such that I will answer the phone on request for friends when needed. And it has to be as specific as that, because I fucking hate telemarketers. I don't think I'm alone in this, you know? I have given to charities in the past. Like, it's been forever since I've had any true donations, and literally I had this policy for a while there where I had disposable income for the first time in my life. And, well, no, not for the first time, but I was getting an income, right? I was actually getting money on a regular basis, and I was like, this is awesome and cool and strange, and I feel both elated and guilty, and, you know, all these sort of mixture of feelings. And so when charity would contact me, they'd either catch me on the street or in a mall, or they'd call me, I just gave money to anyone who asked. And so this meant for a while I had a one of those, I was sponsoring a kid, I was giving to, you know, Medicine Sans Frontier, and a few others. There was a few one-off things as well, like, you know, where you buy like a lottery ticket, like $50 or whatever. And then the money dried up, or circumstances changed, and I had to cut them all back, and eventually they all went away. But they all still have my number. And when they call, they're not mean, they're just saying, you know, the government has shortchanged us yet again, and would you like to help us out again, because you've helped us out in the past? And so often I've got to be like, money is not a great resource for me, you know? Like, I thought it was bad before, now I've got all these medical fucking expenses, like, it's, yeah. So I just have to have these hard conversations with these genuine people over the phone who are like, please, we need help. And I'm like, I can't. And I don't even know that I can't, you know. I haven't. I certainly haven't lately, but, you know, is it true that I don't have the money, or is it true that I just don't want to give up the money? It's a scary question. Yeah. Oh, poor Saz. So many numbers you haven't saved yet, so you just have to suck it up. That's... yeah, that blows. Yeah. What we need, and this will quickly get abused and go wrong, but what we need is not an answering machine message, but an actual AI that answers the phone, scans the call for relevance, and then takes down a message or contacts you directly. Like, we need an assistant, an AI assistant. I briefly had an AI assistant for email. This is terrible. Guys, this is way harder than I thought it would be. Yeah, so I had a... yeah, so I will not get into this tower unless I can solve these sort of puzzles. So I'm going to wander around a bit, because I'm probably going to have to do two, one for the red and one for the blue. And this might have to be the cheating thing, because this just feels like really bad content to me. This isn't a secret waterfall full of secrets, no? Okay, cool. What was I saying? Something. Can't have been relevant. Can't have been that relevant. Oh my god. Oh. Two lovers are separated by the abyss of time and space, yet true love knows no obstacles. Uriel 4. Uriel makes me think of, like urinal. Or, something to that effect. Can I do it? Nope. And back to the start. All good. Are my thingos still unlocked? Yeah. Yeah, they're just sitting where I unlocked them. That's cool. That's cool and easy. Let's go check this puzzle and see how impossibly hard it is. Bet it bloody is. Yep. Oh, no, hang on. I can maybe do this one. Maybe do this one. Says Rainbow, there should be a rule in games, you're not allowed to have a waterfall unless you put something behind it. That's a fair call. I agree with that. I'm Ryan Morrison, and I agree with that assertion. And I'm second guessing myself, like I don't feel good about these puzzles now. I'm like, oh, but that one was hard. It's like, yeah, well, they're all hard here, you know. It's a game full of puzzles that are hard. Hey, confidence. Bam. Well, we can get this one set up at least, right? We can do one of them. Yeah. Well, speaking of stupid bullshit, so I rewatched Hellboy the other day for the first time ever, and doesn't really hold up. Visually, very interesting. A lot going on, you know. It's drawing from some cool material, or at least it feels like it is. You know, you can see that there was a strong reference there. You know, there was very clearly, maybe not a well thought out idea, but a visually very distinct and interesting idea. And, yeah, then it's just full of shitty one-liners and, you know. It does make me wonder, like, I do love a good portion of the MCU films, not all, but a good portion, and I don't doubt that there are people who look at that in the same way that I look at Hellboy and go, no, but it's just, you know, snarky jerks looking cool but not being cool and fighting monsters that look a bit shit a lot of the time or don't look realistic or aren't interesting or blah, you know? So it's whatever, whatever is your flavour, you know? I think I know a few people who think Hellboy is rather cool. I'm not trying to say that, you know, Hellboy is intrinsically shit, it just didn't hold up for me, you know. Perlman, he's not a deep actor. He can be fun to look at, but he's just not typically deep. Saz, wasn't Hellboy universally panned? Well, they made a sequel, so... And I refused to watch that. Like, I you know, fool me once, etc. And the only reason I put it on was... What? I had like half an hour to kill, maybe. I just wanted some stupid bullshit. I knew I wasn't even going to get through the film, but I just wanted to see some of the visually interesting parts, and it had visually interesting parts. Alright, I'm going to give this one more go, and if I can't crack it, we're going to move on, because I could be doing so many other puzzles, and there are so many other wooden gates I can smash open with that axe. Like, this is not the end of this story. It's a bit of a shame that it probably won't show up on my map as being unfinished like those other puzzles do, so I'll have to remember that this is the one that isn't done. But that's fine, because if I do this later, and I probably will, it will be when I'm cheating my way through the rest of the game. So... keep getting... I mean, this is how these puzzles work, right? Like, you get sort of close and then fart noises. Says Rainbow, if it makes you feel better, I am also currently fighting with the shape game. It does make me feel better. Solidarity, you know? We got to stick together when it comes to wrangling malignant shapes. Nope. I'm just changing stuff without having any true thoughts about it. Yeah, we have to abandon this area. It's going to be like the other puzzles that are unfinished. I'm sorry guys, I'm just too keen to get through this game at a good pace. That is genuinely the shape of it. I want to achieve so much in so little a time. Yeah, this place is pretty. We'll come back. And that's one that... Those puzzles frustrate me a bit as well because it's... I know exactly what it wants me to do. It's just iterating on the possibilities. And I don't have a good mental heuristic for putting together potential answers, so it's just me fucking around until it happens. If I was just sitting alone on the couch, if I wasn't streaming, if this wasn't a research enterprise, I would be just going, fuck it. And... you know, taking however long it took, right? But because I only get an hour and a half to 2 hours with you guys in this place, the urge to unleash new content with you is just so high. Yeah, this is streaming. This is what streaming feels like. Streaming is, I've got the axe, quick, everybody watch me use this axe. Well, I want to see what he looks like holding the axe. Yeah! Fucking axe boy over here. Wait, no. Wait, where's my jump? Oh, the lift's moving, I can't... There we go, okay. No jumping in the lift. Woo! Alright. They gave me an axe! Did I read these? I feel like I read these. The designer is granted to be domain over the land. Yeah, here we go. I think that time obeys too many rules here, or so many rules we can't imagine. Clearly I'm writing this message after all you wrote yours, but maybe we're all here at the same time as well. That message just materialized on the wall in front of me, sheep. Yeah. So, yes. Yes, so there is a kind of simultaneity to our existence here in this place, which is very strange. Yeah, was it around this way? No, was it over here? Yes. Oh man, look at the speed. Fucking APM on this dude. All right. No. This wasn't the thing. This wasn't the thing. Fuck. Where is it? Where did you hide it? Huh, yeah. Axe boy. Yeah, so I've been getting pieces to gain levels in Tower Town. Yeah, it's around the side here, isn't it? I didn't have to go the long way. But I did. It's very pretty out here. There we go. Hey! Shit. Okay, so that gets me that, but I still don't have a connector. Alright. I'll get a connector later, I guess? Somewhere else? Fuck, that wasn't nearly as rewarding as I hoped. Alright. At least now I have the axe, you know? At least now I have it. Okay, so we need to go back to B. Because it was down in B that I could smash through the wall. Alright. So yeah. Oh, man. My, left hand, the fingers are starting to complain a bit. Oh, jeez. Feeling a bit sort of stiff. It's one of the, yeah, Jesus. So, it's possible that running was bad. Or that's attempted sprinting. Okay, where are you hiding? Crazy robot with an axe. Muttering to themselves about hiding. Yes. That's right. Okay. It's another one. Ooh. See, that is way prettier. I love high looming, with the waterfall and everything. Shit. Yeah, it's just this incredible valley. It's just this hole in the earth as opposed to a... I mean, this could still be in the sky, but oh man, look at that. Makes me think of The Witness. I wish The Witness was about AI. Because, oh, that was so good. It would have been so good to stream with you all. The audio quotes were so interesting. The puzzles were so amazing. I mean, functionally, I suppose I would have gotten guilty in the same way that I'm guilty here, dirtling 2D puzzles. But The Witness is just a really soul-enriching game. And it's the sort of thing that it would feel great to share with someone in the way that streaming allows for the sharing experience. Wow. Yeah, it's like a weird lightning bolt in the sky. I am so ready to be on holiday. Holy shit, I want to see beautiful things. Fuck you. Go to hell. This is bullshit. Fuck. Alright. Alright. God damn it. Where are the easy ones? I want to get the easy ones out of the way. You are marginally easier than your contemporaries. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so... dealt with, right? No. Alright. I'm gonna do fun things. This is garbage. Oh, memory. That's fun. Someone else would like.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Yeah, this game continues to be interesting. Sorry, yes, Crafty Devious, I have seen that you are offering a Borg. I'm good sans Borg, thank you. It's not a problem that Borgs can fix currently. Place of Old saying there's a website with answers if I want. Not just yet. So I want to play through all the stuff I can that I can solve, and then later on. Oh man, that ain't kidding. Shit, damn. Yeah, later on I'll cheat, right? Later on I will cheat at the puzzles that I can't figure out on my own, and then we will get new and delicious content that way. But yeah, I want to do all of that in one go, so that we're not doing it piecemeal, and also just so I'm not tempted before it's my time, so to speak. All right, let's. Are we done here? There are possibly QR codes on that castle, but I'll be coming back this way. So I don't have my axe anymore. So let me. So I have to go back to the. Shit, wrong button. Yeah, third person is good for comedy, but bad for movement. First person. Yeah. Oh, Place of Old, fair point, no worries. No, thank you for offering. I'm going to, what's the time, 8:22, let me think. So I'm going to go back to C, because C is where we want to be. That's where the puzzles are. That's also where the axe is. I might... I'm going to check A real quick for any wooden doors. Yeah, let's go back down to A. Also, I feel like there was a puzzle in A that I hadn't solved. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't I sitting on an unsolved puzzle in here as well? Did I not leave in a hut? As like unto? Yeah, okay, so here's a door to break down. So that's got to be did. Here's a... Oh, star door. So, this is really interesting. Every time I come to one of these doors, it shows me a pile of... You know, like, ta-da, I need more sigils, right? But, fun fact... Every time I've come to one of these, it's just offered me the same 4 sigils, or the same, like... Or it offers me 4 sigils. I don't know if they're the same shape. So, it seems to me that I need, you know, 10 stars to get through this door, but I don't know that they'll use up those stars, right? Like, I think the doors are gated by the total amount of stars that you have earned, not the, Yeah, that's cool if that's true, because it means less work. Okay, so I didn't... There's a puzzle here. Alright, I'm going to come back here with an axe when it's time to axe, because that's probably going to be the... How do I want to do it now? We have broken through a lot of barriers this session. A little bit of extra dicking around won't be the end of the world. Real quick, I'm going to do it. I'm going to open it up so that it's open, so that it's done, so that we've done it so it's good. And then anything else we need the axe for will be in the tower. So it was in C. Bam. Crafty Devious, the star sigils can be any sigil, seems like. Yeah, we'll have to see. So I haven't been keeping track of how many stars are in this damn game. I suspect a lot, but, you know, there's got to be a cap somewhere, right? Oh, that glowing door. There's your fucking well-lit weenie. Oh. I'm coming for you, father. Fucking, this tiny button that I have to select. Oh, yeah, so I've been setting up for international flight, and what I've been doing is I've been getting my Surface Pro 4 ready for international flight by loading it with games. I've seen in the comic, loading it with games that are available or possible to be run offline. So I don't need Steam to have a valid connection for me to play these games. And I've got a wireless doohickey for my awesome Xbox 360 wireless controller. So the plan is to play some games that require the controller. Now, I'm not going to go ham on this because, you know, controller usage messes up my hands, as a lot of things do these days. This is why I don't stream more often or for longer periods, and why sometimes I can't stream at all. So I don't want to spend an entire 12, 13, 14-hour flight, whatever it is, clutching my controller and screaming at my Surface. But I want it as an option, because trying to select that little button there on the lift with my fucking ham hands and these goddamn joysticks was such a pain in the ass. I'm just not native to this. I've owned a console for years, but I grew up on PC, you know? I'm just, or at least I used to be, more accurate with a mouse. Whether I am now, who knows? What I'm not doing is playing games that require, so if I'm not using the controller for a game, if it doesn't have controller support, or if it doesn't need controller support, I will be... It's either like pure keyboard usage, or it's like some sort of turn-based thing, and I can use the trackpad without being punished. So there's the other games, things like Darkest Dungeon and what have you. Fuck me. Alright. They are not kidding around. These islands. Hot shit, damn. Very cool, though. And the fact that we discovered the concept of hidden islands on the very same day that we, you know, gained access to said islands. I mean, this is all part and parcel, right? Like, the game wanted us to find this stuff in this order, because it, you know, suggested that such things were possible. QR codes. Man, these are all just... It makes me feel a bit mad at myself that I'm not better at these, or more tenacious. Ooh. Ooh. Very cool. Oh, here we go.
If you're looking through the archive, you may find people from my time claiming that civilization doesn't really matter, that we'd be better off dead. We have a lot of cynics like that. I hope they seem as absurd to you as they do to me. I hope you can find something in all those files, a song, a book, a movie, maybe a game, just something that you'll love, that makes you realize how much poorer the universe would have been without it. I really hope so, because a lot of people made a lot of sacrifices to preserve it all.
Yeah, you know, save the books, save the photos. This is the urges. These are the urges that human beings have had and will continue to have when faced with crisis, is save the memories, save the things that we have made. It is an understandable instinct, and it's intriguing in a couple ways, because there's no guarantee that the thing that you make will give a single solitary shit about any of it. Right? Like in this specific scenario where what you're doing is archiving everything for the AI that you're building to leave behind in your wake. Are you programming it to love your shit, or are you just hoping that it will? Do you know? Yeah, do you know? Very interesting. Says Rainbow, for Alexandra, that thing is Jeff Goldblum. Damn fucking right it is. A beautiful man. Oh! Alright. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to crack open a new spot in C. We're going to crack a spot open. We're going to walk in. We're going to discover how medieval and sweet it looks. And we're going to ignore the fucking beat boops. We're going to try and finish a puzzle or two, and we're going to close it out. We'll save the beat boops for next session, for next, for the next plot dump style conversation thing. See. Keep getting confused where things are. So how many puzzles we got? Whoo-wee! A pile of puzzles. Well, a bunch of them are going to be easy-ish. Or easy enough. There's a button on the outside of the lift. Is that for posterity? Just... Can I send the lift up and down when I'm not in it? That's what I want to know, because then can I see something hiding behind it, right? It's the old, why hey, something behind / under the elevator trick. No? That's so weird, right? Is it just there to imply that other people use the space simultaneously? Because currently I can't think of a way that I would be up there or down here without the lift, which means this button, for me, is useless. So either something is going to happen, or this is literally just here to fill out the world and make it seem like it could be inhabited by multiple people at once instead of just this single solitary bot. How intriguement. Okay, so 1, 2, 3... 5, 6... 4 is somewhere. I don't have enough for that, which means I can't unlock that mechanic yet. Yep, door. Funky star room. What did this need? It needed... oh, yeah, of course. 7. Where was 4? Did I miss 4? Did I not count 4? I didn't count 4. Alright, well, we've got this area basically mapped. Let's do it. Let's learn things. Let's go! The beep boops. Yep, it's medieval town. Oof, exquisite. And well timed, actually. Although this is, you know, it certainly appears more British, more English Empire. Alright, so... Place of old, maybe have a new mechanic element too. Yeah, if I can unlock a yellow piece... Are there any yellow pieces? There are not. Oh no. Oh no, guys. My worry is that I'm gonna need to drop a cheat bomb. Oh shit. Are there colours? Are there colours on this diagram? They're all red. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. How many of them need this new mechanic that I haven't unlocked yet? No, that's fine there. Start... Oh, nope, yep, 3 out of 4. Okay, alright. We've reached a point, guys. We've reached a point where we need a specific thing. And that specific thing is a yellow piece. And I need that so that I can continue this game. Okay, so we may be cheating early. Earlier than expected. What we might have to do is some sort of hint mechanic. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to the puzzle that is asking this of me. See if it's going to be an A or an B. Which one is it? Is it you? Oh no, you're a red. You're a rando red. Okay. Alright, well... we're going to need that to get to the top of the tower, no doubt, because I think these are all tower opening blocks, the red one, of which I have 17. B is... There you are, in 1. Yeah, I know exactly what... fucking exactly what puzzle it is. Alright, so... I am going to beat my head against this puzzle. Crafty Devious. Oh, I think you were very close to the in-game hint mechanic. Really? What's depressing is the puzzle that I'm unable to solve, or have been unable to solve, doesn't have a hint window in it. Like, I don't even think this one has a hint wall. I think I'm just meant to be able to have gotten it. I think this is one of those puzzles that is... probably reliant on something I haven't thought of to do. One of those stupid things that... Oh god damn it, is this going to be... It's going to be... Can I put it on top of you? Is that what this is? No? Okay, so it's not. Alright. Thought it was going to be like the puzzle at the end of last week. Alright. Yep. So that angle is assuredly bad. This angle is assuredly worse. Well, not worse, but also not good. So if I go here, I go here. Can I be like... Nope, just bashes me out of the way. I've got no fucking say in it whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, this puzzle is bullshit. It is bullshit. And I need to solve it to get a piece. And I just don't even know what I'm meant to be doing because of the... So I can't even, like, have this in the way of one of these, because if I do this, and then put it like... Plan to put it like here, it's not going to reach, right? It's not going to reach. I do that. And that. Yeah, 3/4 of the way, and that's it. Okay, yeah, something about a star is the name of the thing. I will take any and all hints from the interweb to help me solve this, because this is so frustrating, this particular puzzle. So I literally just don't even get what it is that I'm missing. I've just whiffed the mystery element. So close. Like, not even for it, just, it's... Ah. Son of a bitch. Oh, is that a link? Alright, I can click that. Sorry, just a moment. Basically, you need the beams to practically touch the pillars. Along this one? Like along this edge? That is frustrating, because it's just a positioning thing, and I tried so many positions and I just didn't have it in quite the right exact spot. That is frustrating as hell. I'm glad to have the answer. I'm glad to have solved it.
The land of tombs is yours now, and let this be a lesson that only through faith may death be conquered.
Oh shit. So he'll say this sort of thing. Holy shit, he will say this sort of thing when I... So this is my land now. He's calling it mine, which is novel. I mean, how many other bots has he told this to, right? Do you say this to all the bots? You know what? That felt good. Let's close out A. Let's solve the unsolvable puzzle in A as well. Let's fuck this. Faith and cheating sounds like religion to me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, look, I mean, I've decried religion, but I was raised atheist, so decrying religion for me is, I think it lacks some of the passion of those who have been there. who once believed it and now don't. You know, I had the luxury, shall we say, of I mean, to be fair to me and you know, my child ways, I absolutely believed in Santa and the Easter Bunny. And what's more, when I figured out that they weren't real, or I was told, I don't remember in which way it happened, I chose to continue believing, even though I didn't. Deep down I knew, I fucking knew. I knew it wasn't real, but I wanted it to be real. And no, it's not even that I wanted it to be real. I wanted people to treat me as if it was real. I wanted to continue living inside that lovely little lie. And I look back now and I feel like a bit of a tool. I feel like a bit of a knob. But, you know, whatever. I was young. I was young and foolish. I don't even remember this puzzle. Do not even recall. Deception. Disgrace. Yeah, because we sung about it. We sung about deception and disgrace. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's give this one another bell. It's exciting. I like going back and, you know, puzzling over the old ways. Where the fuck are the pieces? There you are. Wait, no. There you are later. Where's the first one? Place of old. Oh my god, me too. I held on to that belief for years. Yeah, right? Because it's just, it makes the world fun and magical and interesting. And people talk to you as if it's real and it's cool. And they talk to you about it with an excitement that they don't pour into other aspects of life. Particularly being adults, who are more jaded and who have more problems. Or have just very different and much more deep and problems for which they're much more responsible, you know? And then for them to talk to you like there's this cool and awesome thing, it just felt, it felt good, you know? It felt good to be talked to in that way about stuff. And not that, you know, I wasn't talked to in a nice way by nice adults, but this is something I've just realised now. Looking back, it was just nice. It was nice to buy into this thing. Which I guess is a bit of a dick move. It's a bit manipulative. Like, yeah, you have to fucking treat me as if, yeah, you have to continue talking down to me in a way that I get off on. Let's both just continue to believe this weird lie. Yeah, it's actually a bit... Okay. So... This gets me back in here. Is that all? Just needed to... But then I can't... Yep, okay, so I need one more. Alright, so this one has to be here doing that. And this one doing... that, right? Now, was it that I needed one of them to go up and above? So if this one was up here, connecting to that one, and just directly linking down to that one. Ah, that's still 3 though. Yeah, that's still 3. What you would need is one that cuts straight across. Yeah, how do we get the blue... you are here. So... yeah, I don't think this is solving anything. I think it's just cool that I've figured out a... yeah. While that was fun, I don't think it actually solved anything. Do I need them all to be open? Hang on a minute. Oh, yes, because I need this to be open here. Yep. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it feels like I need... yeah, this one is tricky. This one is a bit brain-bending. Oh, Crafty Devious, it's shared storytelling, and if there's anything you love, it's that. It's true. I am a sucker for shared storytelling. Collaborative storytelling. Damn, don't think you can explain this one. You may need a VID walkthrough. Shit, damn. Okay, well, look, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to... I don't think watching a video while playing is going to be a good idea. I don't know how... I mean, we have NBN, but it's not as if it's the best in the world. I'm going to dick around with it until the end of the stream. If I can't solve it by the end... if I can't solve it in the next 13 minutes, I will watch the video after the stream. And then when I play this again, we'll have done it. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna... yeah, I don't know if plot is gonna happen. I was gonna say that I could then solve it off camera, off stream, but I want you guys to see if any content happens. So, we know that we need a red... oh, sorry. Yeah, we need that. Can't get any height in this direction, can we? Oh. Is that the deceptive element? Is that the deception? I think that's the deceptive element. Okay. I don't need you. No, I do a bit. That's alright. You can probably take care of that. Cool. So you are now free. Nope, no. You want to go there. Yeah, I've got it. I just have to get the positioning right, I think. Yeah, that... you need to be closer. I know what I've done wrong. I know what I've done wrong. No, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I know it. Okay. Your primary focus is there to there. Keep that door open. Thank you. Alright. Your job is to go from there to there. Stand there. Thank you. Exquisite. Your job is to get it. Solve the damn puzzle. Kablamo. Whew. That feels really good. Gonna sip my beverage, gonna sit back. Ooh, puppy. Woo! Thanks, guys. Thank you for looking up the video. Thank you for looking at answers. I do appreciate it. It was...
Rejoice, child, for you have fulfilled all your tasks in this land.
Set the stars.
You have conquered all its guardians and solved all its mysteries.
Set the stars.
Thus you are appointed its master, and you may do with it as you will.
I wonder, is that a hollow promise, or have other bots that have completed all these challenges made changes, right? Changes within a certain bound, but changes. Or is that a hollow promise? You know. Interesting. I am intrigued. Saz suggesting I pee all over it. Placevolt saying I destroy it. Look, I don't think this is a Simon situation. I don't think wiping everything and destroying it is a good idea. Because if this is all that's left of human civilization, and it's not all bad, like, some bots have gone mad and have not liked their time. Other bots have... I guess the only bots that seem to have enjoyed it are the ones that have bought into Elohim's nonsense. But is that bad for them? Is that a bad thing to buy into, right? Yeah. Oh, it's just C now. I like that I've finally cracked the movement in this game. Which is to say, I said a hip hop, a hip hop. Okay, so I don't have stars, and I don't have all the hidden island nonsense. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to, in subsequent games, we're going to grind through C. Then we're going to cheat at all the puzzles in C that need to be cheated on. And then from that, we'll go through all the other cheats. So we'll basically cheat in, we'll just go bam, 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 and just solve a whole bunch of stuff and learn things. Learn and uncover. And that's going to be fun. It's all going to be fun, but there is a certain joy in cheating and just sort of being like, woohoo, and, you know, uncovering delicious
Chaos
content.
is that which existed before time, when the words of a story lose their meaning, when actions cease to have purpose. Know that only faith can protect you from this peril, here in the Garden of Worlds.
Interesting. Is his thing that faith is what keeps the world together and gives the world meaning, because without faith you're just dicking around and doing whatever? And faith is the equivalent of a sort of computational imperative, a sort of programmed internal aim or compass. Yeah, curious stuff. All right, guys, this was a fantastic stream. Time flew by. I've had fun. It's been great. It's been awesome. Yeah, and there won't be another stream until the fucking 28th of August, presuming I am able to come back and stream on that day, and I hope to be able to. But yeah. Alright guys, I will see each and every one of you at some point before we stream again, but it has always been such a wonder, such a great time. And yeah, we will convene again on the 28th of August, where we will fucking bash through World C, see some of this medieval shit, and I will compare it to the, oh, there's a rainbow. Let's close out on the rainbow. I like rainbows. Well, actually, hang on, let me do the thing where I'm like, stop game. So we're not actually closing out on the rainbow, but, you know, whatever. Good stuff, guys. All right. Yeah. See you in a month, here, and see you in person before that. Bye!